I'm going to show you a technique I'm using for cloning both rosemary and lavender. Both of these are high value crops, and I'm interested in producing things that have a high value. So cloning is a good way to reproduce quite a number of things, and in order to do that, I'm using a combination of a piece of plastic foam like this. You can see it, it's kind of high density, which will be fitted into a 2-inch net cup like this. So the first stage was to trim this down to a piece that's about 2 inches square, maybe a little less, and about a half or 3/4 of an inch thick. Now in each one of these little cubes I'm going to put 4 sprigs of lavender, and I just did the same thing with rosemary, but didn't make a video, but I thought this would be a useful thing to do. So in order to have that, I'm basically just holding my fingers here to help spread the foam and cutting down to about the depth of the blade. You can see right here. Okay, so then do that on all 4 sides. Just a gentle cut. This is kind of a large size paring knife, I guess you could call it, just something I found laying around the house and put to use in the farm. Okay, so that's the preparation of the foam, and you can see it open up like yay. Okay, so now you've got 4 little sites for little sprigs. So I've cut off 4 sprigs of lavender that are about 10-12 inches long. Basically, to prepare them, this one's going to make 3. You just cut it like yay, and you strip most of the leaves off, so that way you don't have to have a big root system very soon. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now when you do rosemary, the videos tell you to take a knife and scrape a little bit of the bark off the side. They don't say that on this, but I'm just going to do it very lightly just to traumatize that a little bit. So you want to make the cut, I think, like right below a set of leaves. So here we got this guy, we're going to strip the leaves off. And you know, one thing is that if by some chance a sprig does not survive this operation, you can always take this little unit apart and put a new sprig in, or just say 3 is good enough, whatever you want. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is insert these into this foam cup with about a ½ inch or so sticking out. You will see that what I've learned from doing this on the rosemary is to kind of position this, you know, just get it through, and you're going to grab it with the tweezers. But this gets that all loaded up. Okay, so there you have 4 little sprigs. 4 sprigs in a foam block. Next step is to take this little foam block and stuff it in the cube. I have this crochet needle I bought one time thinking I needed it for something which never materialized in the garden, but so then you can just take this thing, some kind of thing, could be a small screwdriver, a little stick or something, just kind of stuff this down. Okay, and here you see all the little sprigs are sticking out the bottom. Let's see if we can, there we go. Position this one a little bit nicer. Okay, so with the rosemary ones I had to fiddle a little bit more and grab them with the tweezers and stuff. These are stiffer. So that is what you need to do there. And you can use the the little needle, kind of stuff the foam down inside. So this little unit goes into this little plywood disc that has a 2-inch hole drilled into it for a net cup. And then I've got this plastic cup. I'm going to fill this with nutrient solution to about the level, the bottom of the cup, the bottom of the net cup. Not quite here that. I'm going to fill this up to the bottom of the net cup, just a little bit below it. And that's in a good place. All these things are down about a ½ inch or so. So hopefully they'll grow roots in a reasonable period of time. With some other things like basil, I've been seeing roots in about 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll see what kind of results I get with this and report back.